Well, this is a Halloween special. This is October, my favorite month of the year.
Isn't it everyone's favorite?
It is.
No, it's not, clearly. That's why I started. I start celebrating Halloween before October hits. I just dig right in because how long do they celebrate Christmas? I mean, we gotta have our own.
They already got that shit out.
Yeah, it's already out. It's interrupting our holidays.
Yeah. That's exactly right. We start.
We never stop. We keep
we're
Halloween
24/7 when it comes out. I mean, when Halloween is over, while everybody's eating turkey, we're going to be going to a convention again.
That's right.
It's 24/7.
Peter Still said it best. Every day is Halloween.
That's right.
And for those of you who don't know, we have Nightmareman here.
Howdy, kitties!
And his lovely bride, the Diva of the Dead.
Diva of the Dead. First lady on the vodcast.
Awesome.
So that's new for us.
Yes.
We try to not be so offensive.
Yeah.
You're not going to offend me. It's impossible.
Okay.
What happened? Oh, you like that?
Frankenstein's my favorite.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, you're going to have to understand something about our fair diva. When
I get distracted
she is like
easily.
you dangle catnip in front of a cat, man, you got her, sparkly shit. I mean, you go like this as she's putting your hands.
Sparkly shit?
Yeah, sparkly
How about
shit.
sparkly stuff?
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, I'm not a girl. I don't dabble in that kind of shit. I just do my own thing. This sparkles. All right. Well, yeah, like I said, 24/7 for us, man,
It's
for
very
Halloween.
distracting. Where did it come from?
It's called a Scentsy. I don't know if people can't see it. I don't think they can see it.
It burns those little
camera.
wax things.
Well, that's our fair diva's favorite
Ow, it's actually hot.
monster.
So I'm not gonna pick it up. But it's
is
a Scentsy
the
thing.
Frankenstein monster.
My girlfriend
You must
sells
find
them
me
and
one.
shit.
I want one.
Okay.
I have to have Frank.
I'll put that on my list of shopping.
He's
My
my
girlfriend
favorite.
she's a part of the gang, the Cincy gang,
Yeah.
whatever it is. But she sells them. She'd probably get a good one for you. But they had like a Halloween special of different ones. But yeah, we'll get you one. Absolutely.
Well, since it is, we'll have 2 vodcasts within the Halloween season this year. I thought I would get you a little gift to initiate it. So
Wow, look at this, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my!
I wrapped it
How dare?
as I wrap most.
Hey,
of
it's a Wonka bar.
Wow. Yeah.
That's a pretty
You have
thick
you have
Wonka bar.
definitely got the golden ticket right there.
Right
It's a
there.
video.
You know how you give me all these great entertainment.
Yeah, I got you a birthday present last time.
What did you get me? Birds.
Should I open it now or later?
Yeah, open it now, man. You enjoy it now because it's a classic.
Blood Hook.
Blood Hook.
Blood Hook.
It's America's funniest and most frightening terror hit.
That's not true.
I see Lloyd Kaufman from what is shit?
Trauma.
Toxic
Trauma.
Toxic Avenger.
It's a trauma movie, but it's also like rated PG. And
Lord.
it's pretty awful. You'll enjoy that.
Well, thank you.
I appreciate it as much as I.
I went to Walmart today to buy Blu-rays, but
Well, I'm glad you could take that off my hands. Since what was that Cuba Gooding Jr. movie you slid under my door?
Cuba Gooding Jr. I remember I gave you the Renegades with Lou Diamond Phillips and Kiefer
You
Sutherland.
can enjoy that. And happy Halloween.
All right.
Well, that's all right. We're moving to a new locale this Halloween season.
Yes.
So we're going through shit that we don't need. And I come across my old VHS movies. I got Halloween, Poltergeist, fucking Psycho. So I was like, I want to get rid of these things because we just, we're in the modern age now. We're DVD and Blu-rays and ABCs and all that other stuff. Who cares? It's a soundtrack.
Yeah.
And the shits. And, I told my daughter, Scary Mary, she wants to earn money to go to homecoming. So I said, take all these VHSs, stick a sign out there. And she got a hit. And the guy's going to come back for like $25 and buy some off of her. It's got all the classics in there, like Halloween 4 and 5 and...
Yeah. Well,
The Revenge of the Creature. I had that.
Yeah.
Hunter took all your Halloween movies.
Oh, did he?
There is a certain charm to the VHS. When you pop one in, you're forced to, with a movie like this,
Yes.
really low budget, you are forced to watch really low budget trailers before the movie comes, and that I always appreciated that because I'm not really gonna watch those movies, but I'll watch a couple of seconds.
Most definitely.
I've got the problem here too. This case right here, you can see, weighs about 3,000 pounds, and most of it's VHS tapes. And I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't just want to throw them out.
Well, watch them.
But watch this shit. Watch 30 years from now. These are going to be originals or whatever. You know, that's the first they gave out, and they're going to be worth money.
Right.
And I just gave them out for 25 cents.
Yeah.
That's my OCD craziness happening, which I can't throw anything away.
See?
Well, you two ought to get along just fine. I throw it in the trash, she picks it back up. And then she makes some kind of weird fucking design with it that actually works for the house.
Well, I thought about cutting the fronts off every one of them, making a collage or something, just so I didn't waste it all. Cause I
Or how
like
about like that modern art shit? You know, they're always
Yeah.
like welding shit, and you see it in museums, and they pay tens and thousands of dollars to make
Stack
one of them
them
out
up
of your
into a cool
videotapes,
tower.
and make them make a creature or something. Look at this.
Oh, Freddie lost his
shit.
claw.
Now I know what she goes through. I broke a nail. But that's all right. We'll just put it right back on there. That's fine. I go through so many of these goddamn gloves that ain't funny. She's always on it. Oh, time for another glove.
All that killing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. It takes a toll on a man, you know. But
Knocks the
I'll
old
get the
knife
super
loose.
glue out. We'll fix it when we get home. So that'll be fine.
Fingers for knives.
So
Yeah.
you're appearing at the haunted. What is it exactly?
Yeah.
It's the haunted
Trail of Horror.
Yeah,
of horror.
on
Where-
67 out here out of Kenton.
Now, is that I'm looking for something to take my boy to, but not to scare the complete shit out of him.
Then
you know?
don't take him there then.
Okay.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Well,
People
just
bring
like
kids.
that, if you look at actually the.
Do you know of any place?
well, you're not gonna. Don't take him to get scared.
But remember the Lima? They took us to that little Lima house on 309. I mean, that wasn't too crazy.
So
All you got to do when you get your ticket is tell them that, you just want him to have the experience, but take it easy. And they'll tell us through the walkies to take it easy.
All right.
Yeah, and I do that anyways with any group. I mean, you'd be surprised. And this year I'm seeing some kids, so I'm going to have to get them some candy. So I sit in a different
and I just
spot
jump out and scare
as a
them the
different
same.
character. And when I see little kids that come in, just like I was with doing Freddy all these years, I'll tone it down, and I'll be the hey, I'm okay, the Walt Disney version of Freddy Krueger. Just a spoonful of sugar,
Nightmare 4. You're Nightmare 4-ish.
Yeah,
Fifth,
exactly.
5-ish.
So it's like, wow, they bring a lot of kids out there, and they love you out there, all the little girls.
Yeah, I'm sure they
Next
love
thing you
me
know,
making
they'd be
them
seeing
Peter
little
Pan.
kids would be going out there with tiaras on.
I do have little girls that chase me down at conventions.
Very
I
nice.
have little fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The very first time was when we were at a horror hound convention, and he was in the bathroom, and I was sitting out in the hallway, and out of the left corner of my eye, I see this lady walking with this little girl. She didn't stand any higher than this. She's pointing at me. Look, Mommy, there she is. She actually came to the convention looking for me,
Wow.
which was totally
That's
awesome.
awesome.
All kidding aside, that makes you feel good when you're doing these things and you're going to all these places and entertaining. It's good to know that, hey, they remember us, and, they all like the stuff, and it makes us feel good because what we do is, number one, for the fans.
Yeah.
And we love them, man, because without them, we're just a man in a mask.
No.
Or with some boobs. Bloody boobs. But we have a great time.
No blood today,
it's,
no blood
you give it
today.
the atmosphere to the conventions. That's awesome.
And it's just like with the with the haunted trail. When we see people that are this people think they're all bad and everything, and then they go up to the trail and they're ready to get scared, and we give them a good show. At least we try to, anyways.
I
We
make
throw it
all
on
kinds
full
of people
force,
pee their
man.
pants.
Now, how long has this been going on? The trail.
The haunted trail, I believe they started in I'm going to say 99. I may be wrong, but they did it at the Indian Lake, I believe. And they have a good chunk of property out there, so they decided, why don't we make a haunted trail in our own backyard?
Yeah.
Because they got the room for it. And then the next thing you know, they're hollowing out shit and setting stuff up, and then the next thing you know, there's a pretty good haunting out there. Because they did it all year round, man. They busted their ass and got where it was, and I'm fortunate to be there for like
I don't know. This is my third
12 years I've been doing this out there. And this is her second year, and our third year, and my daughter's second, I believe. I can't keep track of numbers anymore.
He's got nightmares to haunt.
Yes.
Now,
Jeez.
He's not scary.
Hey, real quick, I got to do this. Okay. Welcome to prime time, bitch. God, that has been building up inside of me. I had to let it out.
You're breaking the eardrum. Tone it down.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Jeez.
All right. We won't do no more of that.
That was way loud.
I like that. That was good.
You know, actually, I forgot to put mine on.
We got to do
tape.
some quick commercials at the end for him. Yeah.
But I assume that you guys occasionally have somebody like try to fight you or something over there. Does that ever happen?
Well, what's the touching deal? Are you allowed to touch people or not? You know what I mean?
We are not allowed to touch any group whatsoever.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, last night, it was a different story where the groups were touching the monsters.
One of my zombies got kicked. She did her scare, and she goes up to somebody and she screams at them. And she did her scare, and
They kicked him?
This female kicked
Come
her
on.
in the leg and screamed at her, "Stop effing screaming at me!" And she's like, "Dude, you came here to get scared. This is my job." And she's like, "Stop effing screaming at me!" And she pulled her fist back at her and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we
Well,
had
I
a drunk
tell-
guy out there puking all over everything.
Oh, yeah.
My son, this is his first year working, and he's just like right next to me in the scene I used to have out there. And I told him, I said, one of the things you got to remember, I said, you do a good scare, but try to keep your distance and don't get too involved, because if you don't, next thing you know, somebody's going to haul off and cock you one. But he got shoved last night, and the monster next to him, Jeepers Creepers, got hit. And it was just like a chain reaction all the way down to the trail. And I was like, geez, the fucking bats were out last night, that's for sure.
Come on, people.
Somebody opened the door to the crazy house. with a
Exactly.
lid.
But yeah, I tell
Nuts.
everybody, the newcomers, it's like I've been working on this year, and knock on wood, I haven't never got hit. Or there had a lot of pretty girls come up and hug me though.
Uh-oh.
But I mean, that's just part of the job, dear.
Yeah,
that's
well-
that's all
Absolutely.
part
You
of the
gotta
job.
Name of the game.
You gotta
Well,
Someone
I shouldn't
attempted
have
to kiss
my
me
mouth
last
there.
night. It was not pretty. I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
But yeah, it's just as long as you can use common sense.
You work with a friend of ours out there, I think Timothy Holly.
Yeah, yeah.
You know Tim Holly?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got like curly red hair.
Yeah.
Looks like Carrot Top
He told me he wasn't going to tell
without
me
the muscles.
He told me he wasn't going to tell me where he was or what he was dressed as because it would ruin it.
Oh, he's going to
what he told me.
surprise you.
Yeah, I know exactly where the location. I'm not going to disclose it this time.
It's like a secret society,
It's a secret society. We're planning for your demise.
man. Don't go out there. They're going to fuck you up.
But I tell you
The
something.
only thing
Since
I can tell you is I'm in the cemetery. I'm not going to tell you where or what I do because I scare a lot of people.
They got her
I did
hanging
scare-
in
I
she-
scared our friends last night.
she's hanging in a tree somewhere, just a swine and Wayne. Tell you that.
Jay.
Do your thing, guys. Yo.
No.
We're about as nutty as all get out, and
Yeah.
when we don't do all this stuff, we're citing things from TV shows that we do, like a match
Constantly.
made in heaven. I was like,
The kids do it.
yeah, and then we're a bad influence, We're a bad
No,
influence.
we're a good influence.
Exactly. Wow. But we do the best we can. We'd like to have fun. I mean, the Halloween season, man, is
Can you
here.
put that leg over there? You're
Oh,
like invading.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry.
That's better.
That's your dance space. That's her dance space.
Yeah. Baby. Patrick Swayze and
Jeez.
Jennifer Grey of the
Yeah.
Trail.
No.
Spaghetti arms. Spaghetti arms.
It's more like Ricky and Lucy.
Yeah.
So
It's way more
convention wise, well, you said before that you collect. Do you guys collect too, or?
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Anywhere from Mark Patton to Elvira pictures.
There's two different collections that I currently have going on, and this is one of them.
Oh, this
this
is the
is-
creme
Oh,
of the
okay.
creme for her.
This is my debut outfit for Diva. This is the very first outfit she wore for pictures or anything when we made the name. And this was the original sash that I made. And on this sash is completely full
Wow,
on the
yeah.
front and down here at the bottom even. It's already starting to go that way. There's like 14 autographs all from just Walking Dead.
Nice.
It's only Walking Dead. There's
Now
Melissa Cowan, Norman
Reedus was your
Reedus.
first, right? Mm-hmm. Norman Reedus.
Norman Reedus.
No, Norman wasn't the absolute first. This up here, Melissa was.
Oh, that's right, Melissa Cowan.
Yep.
Then Norman. Okay, and then Norman's. Okay.
Yep.
Which, by the way,
But
is
Norman
good.
Reedus touched my boobie when
Oh,
he signed
Lord.
it. He was
What do
holding
you
the
think
sash
about
and he
that,
touched my
Mr.
boobie.
Nightmare?
You steal my heart.
I got Rooker on here.
Oh, yeah.
He's great.
Savannah we hunt. I don't remember there's Rooker.
Oh, yeah. See it.
But yeah.
But yeah, that's starting up again here in the next week. Unfortunately, I have Dish Network and AMC they just dropped right off.
Oh.
They're on Netflix.
Well,
Walking Dead's on Netflix.
Well, the past episodes.
My
probably
second
would be the one recent.
collection is he had a blue jumpsuit that he used when he did a Michael Myers because he said he did a Didn't you say you did a Michael Myers out there at the trail the one
Doing
year?
a tour out there 12 years. I wanted the second year. I said, was it be okay if I did Michael Myers? Because here, like with Frankenstein with you, my favorite horror character is Michael Myers. And I wanted to do Michael Myers one year, and I had a whole scene, and I decorated this and that and shit, and I kept the cover hauls, and she dug them out one day, and then
I was like, these are mine. we went to our first convention, which was a horror hound, and I said, I'm taking your jumpsuit, and you're not getting it back. And my favorite autograph that is on my jumpsuit is on the crotch of the jumpsuit. What's her damn name? Kathleen Kinmont. She says, do you mind if I draw a heart right here? She gave my jumpsuit a heart on. Is what the joke that she put with it. But I have all Halloween autographs on it.
yeah,
So-
she's got it all full, and Malcolm
Well, from the waist up,
McDowell,
it's full. It's not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
from Rob Zombie's Halloween was one of them, and Malcolm McDowell's a hell of a nice guy too. He is.
Yep,
really-
got little
Wasn't he in,
Danielle Harris.
Clockwork
Well,
Orange.
that's what I was thinking. Clockwork Orange.
Kathleen Kinmont.
And I went
bunch
up to
of 'em.
PJ Souls. I think it was at Days of the Dead, and I got a picture taken, and then I said, I just want to let you know that I loved you in the first Halloween. I said, I lost some of my boyhood, became a man when she was see anything you like. I said, God love you, girl. I said, because she was my favorite.
Didn't
What was
have
the-
that moment.
Yeah, I actually had that moment
He got-
yesterday.
Yes, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
You got a kiss on the cheek. What was her name? With short hair.
Oh, from Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, Stacy Nielsen.
I love that
Oh,
one. Now, do
yeah.
you like that one?
I love that. But
love that one.
Some people have
That's
a
my
different
favorite.
opinion of that
I
movie.
cannot stand that movie or
That's-
the music that goes
love it.
with it. It instantly, just like that, gets on my nerves.
I like to get on YouTube and I play the full soundtrack.
And he
when it
has
comes
to
up
skip
to the pumpkin
song.
flash, the commercial, I have to fast forward that a little bit. Or
Somebody's head spins.
So are you going to meet Jamie Lee Curtis then?
We're gonna be in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Chicago Days
My
of the Dead.
favorite-
Man, that's the once in a lifetime, though.
My favorite movie star experience was actually him, and it was our very first convention. And
Oh, Lord have mercy.
calm down.
I'll never forget
His
that
face
day.
turned as red as the red in his sweater. We walked around the corner, and there sat Elvira. And he,
Yeah, they're said Elvira.
hey, you're talking into my ear. But he got to meet her, and then later that evening, he decided he wanted to be Fred, so he put on his Freddy sweater and stuff. I'm like, you gotta go see Elvira with that on. And he goes around the corner, and he's like, oh, Elvira, all in his Freddy voice, and scared the crap out of her. And they're sitting there, there's somebody standing there to get an autograph, and they're sitting there basically playing peekaboo around this person. So I paid an extra $20 to get him a second autograph, and he got a second picture with her as Fred.
I think that's on my Facebook like a million times.
Yeah.
Pictures.
Yeah.
Me standing with the lady. Oh.
We all know who my favorite one to meet was.
And who's that?
Other than Mark Patton, Douglas Tate.
Oh, here we go. And she gives me hell. That shit. Elvira's mine. Douglas Tate.
He's a doll baby. I just love him.
Who's he?
Douglas Tate, a stuntman. He was in Freddy vs. Jason.
Okay.
When he's climbing out of the water with Freddy's head, that's Douglas Tate.
I see.
And
he's also in Land of the Lost and Zathura,
Zathura,
which is basically Space Jumanji.
Yeah,
as
and
one of the creatures in there.
We've met him several times, and man, he's cool.
Derek Mears is awesome. He's a sweetheart.
I mean, a lot of people that haven't went to these conventions have to understand that, you know, a lot of these horror movie stars, they're a great bunch of people to meet. I mean, that's why they go there to these things, to entertain the fans.
Yeah, and when it's time to shut down the tables, they come out into the hallways and party with us.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's because you know how it goes.
Absolutely.
Rooker was a treat. He was hilarious. I was sitting there petting him on the head.
Oh, Michael Rooker.
Got a bunch of pictures with him.
He was doing all kinds of weird, crazy shit with people.
Yeah.
I know. I was part
Picking
of it.
Up
Yep. I was part of that whole thing.
Yeah,
that night.
The best conversations I've had with celebrities, I haven't too many because I don't know. I'm not. It's hard for me to talk to people anyways sometimes, but the coolest ones I've had was at the bar with them.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was really cool. The last horror hound I went to though, we're about 22 minutes now. We're gonna take a break and then we're gonna come back and do another episode. But Zombie Takeover TV, Nightmareman, Diva the Dead, Franklin. We'll be back. Wouldn't that be a weird bag that when you finally went through your shit years later, the gloves and a weird mask,
Wait
and maybe
a minute.
some.
I'm gonna have to ask the wife about this.
Yeah, maybe some rape tools in there too. You're like, fuck, that was a weird weekend.
Rape tools.
What constitutes a rape tool? Stirrups?
Oh, right, that's a nice one.
Some sort of spread clamp or what?
Rape tools.
A meat tenderizer.
Well, you hear about those guys like
Some bath salts.
little probe.
This is the Nightmareman, and you're watching Zombie Takeover TV.
All right, we're back to Zombie Takeover TV. Here with our awesome guests, Franklin, JP. We're back, and we're gonna talk. And wow, you changed. Look at
Look at there.
Now the real scary man comes out.
This is true.
So yeah, I took it off. I let the viewers see the more darker look.
Yeah, they're all screaming at the video. Put it back on.
A lot of people ask me when they go to conventions and stuff like that. He says, "Doesn't that you get tired of wearing that all that time?" I said, "Well,
Yeah, it's get hot. It gets hot.
In Indianapolis, and when in the 90s and stuff like that, and you're in a crowded room with one of these big giant fans that only blows hot air, the shit that you wear, and all of us monsters that we do, Monsters Among You, we...
But at least your face doesn't itch. And when you have an itch, when you're all zombied up, you can't scratch it.
Because of the pain.
Do it kind of like a...
All I can do is take my fingernail and poke wherever it itches at. It's the only way to scratch.
I don't care. Wearing it
bites.
long period of times, I forget about it when I'm in character. And then the next thing you know, if I'm done, it's like 3 hours, and it's like, well, I better take a break and take this fucker off and turn it inside out.
There's a video on YouTube. I think it's called Passed Out Freddy or something like that.
Oh.
Our first convention, it was Saturday night, and we were out till I think 4:00 in the morning. We had our friend Dave with us,
After
and
party.
he had gone back to the hotel, which was a block away. We don't do that anymore. We in-house hotel.
Yeah.
But we had walked down to the hotel, and we got in the room, and he sits on the edge of the bed. He's still got his Fred gear on, and he said he was going to take his shoes off. He fell backwards and immediately started snoring. What do? My very first instinct, climb up on the bed straddling him with a video camera.
And it's on YouTube of me in a Freddy mask.
I'll find that. That'll go right here.
But okay,
I'll link it for you.
Come on, you were giving free shots of tequila
my
every
God.
time you turned around. I had a free shot.
Lord.
Am I going to
Yeah.
turn that down? Nah.
Freddie, give him a drink.
We
Fuck.
walked
I'm
in.
getting kind of thirsty.
We walked into that convention only knowing the three of us. It was him and me and his friend Dave. And
Yeah.
Saturday night, we spent maybe a total of $10 for drinks. And
Yeah.
I
believe
could
it.
not
That's the reason why I got
feel
tired.
my feet when I walked. I had to have been stomping. Because I just couldn't tell if I was putting my feet down or not.
Funny story, the very first convention that we ever attended, like I said, we brought our friend Dave with us. Dave did not put really...
Hey, man.
What is going
You're
on
powering
here?
up over here.
There's Tinkerbell's in town.
Wow. I'm going to end this. Fucking, how dare you message me?
So we're at the party, like we said, and Dave didn't want to stick around because he was tired. He was going to walk back to the hotel. Now, Dave didn't have a luxurious costume on. He had a flannel shirt and one of those foam Friday the 13th hockey masks and a machete that you turned upside down and blood came out of it. He didn't really put any, much. It was just costume.
The next morning we get to hear the story.
Walking back to the hotel, he didn't get so much as a block away, and the local cops pull him over.
He was going to the gas station across the street from the hotel we were
Yeah.
staying at because he wanted to get something to eat.
And he had this mask up above his head and shit, and all of a sudden the cops pull up and was ready to draw on his ass. And Dave said, man, I'm just from the convention. Didn't you see these people down there? To be a fly on whatever
I
wall
would've
was
loved to
around there, I
see
would have
it.
loved, I'd have paid good money to see that.
To hear him tell the story the very first time, and he was so dramatic about it, it was hilarious.
Oh, man. And I just stayed at the convention drinking free shots, man. I missed all that. But it was
You
funny.
actually did my makeup that first convention.
You look like a battered
I
housewife.
did look like a battered wife instead of a
when I
zombie.
did. And then you started doing your thing because...
I
right
just
after-
wanted to attempt it myself, and everybody's like, "Oh, you're doing good at it." And now I just keep learning new things. So
When she created her character for the very first time, Diva the Dead, along came with it a look. And I was sitting at my desk one day
I'm just a dead princess.
doing some shit, and I was getting ready to do a photo shoot for you.
I couldn't put my contacts in at the time because I have very scared eyes. You can't get near my eyes without them blinking. So I would have to sit and literally pry my eyes open for him to put a contact in. And I wanted him to put my contacts in for this. It was my New Year's shoot. They're on my page. And
Facebook
I told
page.
him, right. And I told him that I only wanted one contact and I didn't care which one.
I was
And
like,
he's
what the hell
like-
should we want one for?
And he's like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "I just want one." And I come out 2.5 hours later. It took that long.
Wow.
2.5 hours later, and I got half my face missing. And he's sitting there typing away at his desk. And then I come in from over here, and I said, "Did I do a good job?" And I'm looking at him like this. And he looks at me, and he looks back, and he looks at me. He's like, and he grabs for his cell phone. Click, click, click.
Yeah,
click.
I'm looking for my cell phone.
Thank
It's
you,
like,
got my answer.
she's still going to be there when you turn back. Just look for your phone now. And I took a picture of that, and that is one of your favorite, or famous, I guess,
I have
pictures that you have.
That picture, it's bigger than that Night of the Living Dead picture on my wall.
Hey, that's the same one we got. And you got Russell
Yeah.
Streiner on there?
No, just Kyra Strong.
Oh, okay.
That was the funniest thing, meeting him.
No, going
I
back
met
to a
him
convention.
before I actually met him at the table. He went to go to the bathroom. We were at a Days of the Dead convention. He went to go to the bathroom, and there's an ATM around the corner from the bathroom. It's in a little cubby of the wall.
Yeah.
Now there's a planner that sits there, but the planner wasn't there, and it was a spot. And I tucked into that spot because it's just my natural instinct to scare anybody whenever I can. And I was going to get him as he came out and come around the corner out of there from the bathroom. I see black pants. I thought immediately that it was him. I jump out. I do my boo. Russell Streiner.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
You give a guy a heart attack. That's an old man.
But it was funny, though,
Yeah.
because later in the convention, he did the same thing to me and scared me.
Prior to that, it was like Thursday we was there.
Yeah.
And people were moving stuff in. And I seen that guy, and it's like, he looks awful familiar. I didn't think anything about it. Then I met him in passing in the bathroom, and it was twice. Second time, like I said, when he came out and she scared
It
him.
seemed like you two
I
always
just
had to
kept-
go at the same time.
Yeah, it seemed like we were all in the same place, and I kept asking. Then it's like, okay, this is bothering me now. Who in the hell is that guy? And then come to find out, it was Russell Streiner. I was like, I'd be damned.
I told them that you have that he has on video on his cell phone where he recorded Russell saying that famous Night of the Living Dead
and since
line.
it's her real name, it's like, I'd be a fool if I miss that
But he won't
opportunity.
say it unless you prove that that's your name. So I had to show him my driver's license, and he had to see that my name is actually Barbara,
Oh, I see.
or he would not say the line.
Yeah. That's cool. And he was
I was so thrilled that he was doing it. That
What's the line,
when-
Frank?
Pardon me?
What is the line?
Get
Oh.
off me.
Do it, William.
should I do the line?
Quarter.
They're coming to get you, Barbara. They're coming for you, Barbara. They're coming from you. Look, here's one of them now. I'm getting out of here.
I was in a band years ago, and we did a song called "The Remains of Barbara," and we used that little clip. We used a lot of clips.
And every
That's a
time,
good song.
every time we're watching
Dead,
it,
ain't he? What is that one? Looks like he's dead, ain't he? All burned up.
I was so thrilled that he was doing that line that when he did it, I didn't even react the way that my plan was to do the same lines that she did, and it didn't happen that way. I was just too excited.
every time we watch the movie, she's when Judith O'Day is saying, "What's happening?" I said, "It's a goddamn show with rerun and all them on there. You know, like the Cosby Show.
Johnny's
Hey,
got the
Raj.
keys.
What's happening?"
Johnny's got the keys.
You about like her too.
I do.
This is my Bill Cosby.
I would love.
when the thing, we go to see these zombies and everything, and then I'm telling my wife to me, I said, get away from the zombies, go to them people, babe. And then they got to tell me, so you bring your 34 hollow points and you blast them down and tell Ines to reload because we're ready to go shoot some more zombies. And I'm going to take a gun, boy, and I'm going to go here, go to shooting. And now, it's like a force that takes me over.
That
man.
is
It's
one
like,
costume that I would like to put together.
Bill
Do that with
Cosby?
his hands.
Barbara.
You can't do that
No.
without being racist.
Oh, Lord.
Get the
So,
blackface out.
more on your mask, because your mask's really good. It moves really well, with your face. A lot of these guys with a mask, that they don't move very well. Where did you get your mask? You can't go to Walmart and get that.
No, you cannot go to Walmart and get these puppies.
No.
Silicone.
So I mean, that's the real deal.
That one
Yeah.
there, he drew a picture and they made the face. That is his own creation.
Yeah, this is my own creation. I call him the Nightmare.
Yeah, the horny demon.
Yeah, exactly.
we got a really good friend, Scott Lawhon, that's recently been getting into this, and the dude is super talented. Crazy.
I wore a latex, about the best they had from New Line Cinemas, Freddy Krueger. All those years out the trail, fixing it so it'll get a little bit skin tight and shit like that. And you know, with the talent and shit, I did.
Until
I made it
4
work,
years
and
ago.
until she stumbles upon
We were dating,
CFX.
and I wasn't living in town, so I would get a room, and he would come and spend the night at the room with me. And I brought a treat with me. It was a big plastic tote, and on the top it said Fred. That
So this
his
was a
first-
CFX
It was his first
full
nice mask.
latex. They call it extra toasty for copyright reasons, but you know, you put it on and the sweater and shit. You know, you don't exactly look like Mr. Rogers. You know who it is. And yeah, she got that for me, and that's what I started out the first convention wearing that. And it
But you did creep me out. I'm sitting there at the desk, and I'm playing on Facebook or something. I think at the time it was MySpace, not Facebook, because this was 4 years ago. And I'm playing on there,
Yeah.
and he went to go try it on and stuff, and he come up and creeped up beside me. And when I seen that on, I was like, oh my God, that thing is creepy.
And it works
And it-
wonders for
Have you felt one of them things? They feel so weird.
it works
It feels
wonders
like
for
real
when you're
skin.
drinking tequila out of them too. So
Now people hire you as Batman and
Yeah,
as
you do
other
others.
characters.
Yeah.
Has anybody hired you as Freddy Krueger for like a
Yes.
birthday party?
yes, our
Bill
friend.
Fountain.
Would you marry
yeah,
me?
Bill.
Would you
Bill.
marry me and my girlfriend as Freddy Krueger?
He's actually...
It's funny as you mentioned that.
Are you ordained?
That's the only way I'll
Because-
get married.
He's going
you
to.
hear that,
Oh,
woman?
that's even
That's the
better.
only way. This guy's Freddy Krueger. That's the only fucking way.
I am in the process, as soon as we get everything taken care of, like I said, with the move, I am going to be an ordained minister, and I am
great.
going to give my services as Freddy Krueger and or as Batman
Right.
for services. That is
Absolutely.
true. That is
I'm
true.
sure they don't want Willie the drunken clown. Have you seen that
No, they
video?
don't want no drunken clown doing anything. Oh, praise you, man and wife, you suckers.
Go to YouTube and look up Willie the drunken clown.
I got other characters.
He
That's
had
a
his
character you
clown
don't
outfit
exactly.
on,
I've
and he
seen
was
you do,
pretending to be drunk. It
He's
was
a clown.
hilarious.
He dressed up like a clown.
I do
Yes.
a clown. I do a clown
Willie.
for birthday parties, normal kid parties.
Have you done any schooling, any drama act,
No.
or anything like that?
Yeah, sitting in front of the TV for hours
Hey.
on end.
Well, as a little kid, I didn't go outside. I just watched television. So that's
Yeah.
my base.
He also
Hey,
does
I'm
like-
right here with you, buddy.
I-
I pick shit up. All right, man.
Right
Yeah,
there. I-
exactly.
He also does Clyde. He's a comedic gorilla. He's very funny.
Just
He got hired to do a
multitudes,
birthday
right.
party as Clyde, and
But yeah, getting back
Clyde
to
kept trying to get into the cake and got in
Getting-
trouble.
getting back to the Freddy. Yeah, we I did the Bell Fountain Library. What, they had like a Halloween party or
Yeah,
something
they
like
was
that.
having a Halloween party for the teenagers at the library.
Same night as a trail, so
Freddy
I had
Krueger chasing teenagers around
so
the
in the
library. I got
afternoon,
videos of
afternoon
that.
it was Freddy, and then I had to go out to the trail. What I was about to experience next, I had no idea what was going to happen. These kids
There's like
came
60 kids. There
and
was
like-
a lot.
like rodents, man, coming in at you and shit. I was like, fuck, man, I got my work cut out for me.
I dressed.
And they run me ragged, man. I don't
did
even know
my
how I
zombie
did the
gear,
trail.
man.
Yeah, it takes a certain something to be able to. You almost have to be a kid like yourself. You
He
know,
is.
to-
on the inside.
You have to get that frame of mind and
Yeah.
shit, man, or the shit like that ain't gonna work. And you know, I just like be another man in a mask. But you know, it's like I put that Freddy mask on. You know, anybody can put a Freddy Krueger mask on and say, "Hey, look, it's Freddy Krueger." But when I put it on and do the shit for the Days of the, no, I shouldn't say shit, but the stuff for Days of the Dead, I need to get
Stuff and
right
shit.
Stuff and shit. I need to get that character down. I need to know that they're coming to see Freddy Krueger. Hopefully, I'm pretty close to it.
Yeah.
But I really have a good time with it.
Yeah, that voice was awesome.
I just picture like some like parents hiring you for their kids.
Yeah.
As
Our
Freddy
friend Rachel actually did hire him to scare her son a couple years ago for his birthday party. And we're sitting there, and I got the video camera rolling and taking pictures and stuff. And all of a sudden, he starts screeching. And they're watching Nightmare on Elm Street. And he starts from outside. He's scratching his
Perfect.
claws on the window, and then he scratches them on the door, and then he just busts in. You should have seen them kids scatter.
And this is the first time he's ever watched Nightmare on Elm Street. Tell me.
This kid
Yes.
loves Nightmare on Elm
Now he
Street,
loves
and
it
this
now.
kid knows that he dresses as Freddy Krueger. But this kid, the birthday kid, he was so damn scared. He bawled real tears, and he was like, "You're the real Freddy. You're the real Freddy." And even after he took his mask off, he was still scared. We walk out the door to leave, and he bolts the door.
It's the little
He
things
bolted
in
the
life.
door. He was that scared.
Could you imagine the first time you watched Nightmare on Elm Street?
No, I could.
And then
And then
this
some guy
burst
that-
in the door.
Looks pretty damn close. You know, if a guy with a Walmart mask come in, you'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here! What's wrong with you, dumb bastard?" But when you get that close, it starts to get a little freakier.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck you
You
up.
can fuck someone up bad. I would like to reserve that for the first time my kid. I got a boy. He's only 6 now, so it'll be a while.
My daughter knows that he dresses as Freddy also, but Freddy Krueger scares her. And it was her birthday, and he went and put on the mask and come around the corner, and we were sitting in the kitchen, and she was getting ready to have cake. And he made her piss her pants.
Yeah.
That's when you're doing your job.
She
That's
was
when you're doing your job.
screaming. I love
But
it.
yeah, these masks are just like a
Now what?
total upgrade to what I've worn before.
This is a version of what you percept Freddy as, right?
This
Or
is
just a.
this is
No.
my original character. This is kind of I kind of threw a little something in
It
there.
kind of
with-
looks. Which one is it where he gets Freddy's dead or whatever? Where he gets Super
yeah,
Freddy.
Yeah,
Got it.
exactly,
All right.
exactly. This is my creation. I kind of like to sort of think of it maybe as Freddy's worst nightmare. Who haunts him?
Hey, there you go.
He's a
And-
demon. There's a whole backstory that goes with him, and
Yeah.
I got him the bone claw, and there's a whole necklace with skulls, and
And he's got to have a
ring.
weapon. So I guess well, I was called so far at the trail this year. I was called Freddy. I said, hey, there's Freddy.
Yeah,
No,
maybe he
no.
gave Freddy his power. You know?
And a whole new type of demon. There you go. But it's a creation of my own, and it's like I had a company called Shattered FX. Take the ball with it. I sat down at my desk and I studied and drew, and it's like, I want this nose this way, how many horns and shit like that, what color. And I talked to the guy via Skype. I said, okay, this is what I want. Ball's in your court. And then there it is.
That's no
There
cheap
we are.
thing. That's for sure.
And I
No,
won't
that wasn't
I won't
cheap.
disclose to you how much I got.
That's.
It was
But
a
I mean,
lot.
Custom work. You
I know
okay,
roundabouts, and it's
$600 for a CFX, $500 to $600. So
And that was way more than that.
Yeah, I would say it's close, maybe $1,000, maybe $2,000. So, roundings there.
but I wanted to get, I do a lot of characters like I do Hannibal Lecter,
I want to
Dexter.
give him a bub face, a really good
Yeah,
bub
that's a new
face, because he
character,
does an
Bub.
awesome. I love your bub.
All I want him to do is drop over, lady. I'm not.
Don't do it.
No,
I know
won't do
you're
that.
thinking it.
I love the line because, earlier she was saying something I was too loud or anything, so I won't do the line with the captain. So, because
Yeah, I know what line you're talking.
I'm running this,
Posted that line. I forget.
I'm running this monkey farm now.
Yeah, I got.
Now,
But,
when you do Dexter, do you get into the whole persona, or?
With Dexter, it is now an interactive thing with the crowds at conventions. I don't just, went around for pictures. You can actually interact with me.
For $5, you get to get killed by Dexter.
Exactly. You sit down what is called my kill chair, and I was talking one day on Facebook with Adolfo Dorte, one of the promoters for Days of the Dead, and I said, I got this new character that I want to do, Dexter. The crowd interacts with me, and they get a souvenir. I said the victim gets to lay on a table. Because I don't think he was, at the time I didn't know if he was familiar with Dexter, but I explained the whole thing, and I was like, I better change it up because of, in case the fans would fall off the table, that's an insurance boo-boo and stuff like that. I said, how about we just change it to a chair? Conventions got chairs all over the fucking place, so I take one, set the person down, and they're wrapped up in plastic, and on the side I have a display of everything. I mean, if everybody watched Dexter, it's the same, it's the same, setup.
This Sunday, tonight, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah, we didn't miss season 1 or the first season of it. Set them down there, and I cut their cheek, which is fake blood hid somewhere. And I pick up a utensil and I do this. It's the whole thing. People take pictures, and I put on a blood slide. $5. There you go.
Nice.
It's a little something that.
And actually, the last convention, the last Days of the Dead in July when we went, Dr. Creep's son came in to get Dexter.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody. Dr. Creep. I grew up with Dr. Creep as a horror host from Channel 22 out of Dayton. And he passed away last February. I mean, it broke my heart. We was at the Horror Hound, I believe, and they had like a tribute to, because I have all the horror hosts and stuff. And when this guy came up, because I was in Dexter, when guy came up, he had a Dr. Creep shirt on. And it's like, hey, come here, man. I said, I love your shirt, man. I said, man, I was a kid. I used to go into my grandma's house because she had better TV than we did out in the country, like 3 channels, and couldn't pick up Dr. Creep. I'd go in there and watch Dr. Creep. I was a big fan of Dr. Creep. And he says, I'm Dr. Creep's son. And it's like, Fred Sanford, man, with a heart attack. I was like, oh, my God. I said, you don't believe how honored I am to meet you. Because, I mean, it's a little things. It's like horror hosts and stuff that we grew up as a kid. That meant a lot to me. I mean, a lot might not be a lot to somebody else, but that was my childhood of living, as far as getting into horror and Halloween and stuff like that, is watching him.
What's the Night Owl guy?
Oh, Fritz the Night Owl.
We met him too.
Yeah. My mom showed me him. He was in our area a lot.
Yeah.
Used to watch him down at my grandma's house too, man. It was like fucking in the middle of the night, Night Owl Theater.
Big ass club.
We're gonna return to.
Why do you look like Burt Reynolds? Why am I thinking?
We're gonna go back to the show. Yeah, Fritz the Night Owl. Yeah.
He was good. Well, that about wraps up the time, man. I appreciate you guys coming.
We appreciate it being here.
Plug your show. I mean, you guys got the Nightmare Hour, it is?
Yeah, it's on YouTube, Nightmare Hour. Just look for the Nightmareman 222.
I do a video one. It's located in a cemetery, and it's called A Deadly Dose of Diva, and he shows up with his different characters, and Scary Mary's been on there and stuff. And they show up, and at the end of every show, I got this fake fireplace that sits there and blowing out this fire, and at the end of each show, I read zombie stories and stuff to my little zombie babies that's sitting around. It's very hilarious.
Awesome.
Yeah,
we'll check
Hour,
that out. Yeah,
as a matter of fact, when we get ready to leave here, we got to do our own show.
nice.
After dinner, because I'm starving.
Well, after dinner.
Yeah,
You got to
that
feed the
does sound
diva.
Because we got to fit time in there because, Dexter's coming on later. And while I'm processing our show,
DVR. It's on the DVR.
we're going to watch Dexter.
Yeah.
So,
Gotta have DVR.
Nightmare Hour, we're just do our thing. That's all we do.
I'll post a link too up on we do the video.
Go see him at the trail.
I have to have
That's
him
right.
send you a
Yeah,
link to
Haunted
mine.
Trail.
And don't forget to check us out November 16th, 18th if you're in Chicago.
Absolutely. Days of
Days
the Dead.
of the
right?
Dead.
Yep.
Days of the Dead.
Who's the big guest there? They
I think
announce anybody?
I think one of the main thing they're going to have is they're going to have the original cast from Fright Night.
Nice.
Wow.
And
That's one that Chris Sarandon.
yeah, exactly.
He's been evading me for a while. That's,
He's running away.
yeah, and Stephen Jeffries, huh? That little what's that? You know what I'm talking about? Which one?
Derek Ranger's going to be there.
Evil.
Too.
He plays
Yeah.
Evil.
Oh, you're so cool, Brewster.
I love that fucking movie. Welcome to Fright Night.
For real.
Yeah, for real.
I'm not going to kill you, Charlie. I'm going to give you what I don't have. A choice. Good you ever saw me. Yeah, that's basically where we're going to be hanging out.
Awesome.
Yeah, check us out, man.
Well, thanks for everybody for watching again. We got another podcast coming up the 21st. We'll have Randy Ray McGuff Wotan here, and I'm trying to get Derek Collins in here so they can fight. Fighting's always fun on there. All right, well, appreciate it. Thanks for coming, guys, and thanks
thank
for
you.
watching.
Thanks.
Zombie Takeover TV.